going on, guys? It's Celvin and Dylan here, back on another episode for you guys, talking to you guys about financial literacy and starting now.
Let's go. So, my name's Dylan. I'm 17 years old. I'm a 17-year-old entrepreneur, man. So, I've done it after the 9 to 5, and I realized, the 9 to 5 wasn't for me. So, this whole podcast is more about educational purposes and what right type of education you guys should learn. So, discreet. We are going to be talking about college and how the system is kind of messed up. So if you guys, are in college and you guys love college, pretty sure, this video is not going to be for you. But if you guys, want the right education and what millionaires learned before, just stay tuned.
Look, like Dylan said, our main thing is to provide you guys with nothing but fire value. And we were thinking about a topic to discuss, and one of the subject matter topics was education, right? Now, like he said, no bash to anybody that's, in college or anybody that's looking to pursue college in the future, because at the end of the day, I'll tell you guys one thing, right? And this is an opinion that I have on college. Let's say if everything were to go down, let's say we were to go through another pandemic, everyone lost their jobs, right? I'm not an entrepreneur, and let's say I have a degree though. I went to college for 4 years. I lost my job. With having that degree gives you some type of credential showing you like, hey, look, like let's say after the pandemic, I'm a person worth the value. I have this piece of paper telling you that I have my master's. So no bash to anybody that has it, because at the end of the day, it may be valuable. But I tell you guys this: formal education will make you a living, right? But self-education will make you a fortune. And that's key right there. Ain't that right?
Yes, sir, bro. That's so powerful, seriously. Because, college, they're not teaching you guys about how to, buy a house. They're not teaching you guys, how to invest in real estate. They're not even teaching you, how to go in, how to invest in, the stock market, crypto, or even file your own taxes, man. We all have to learn that by ourselves. Those are the most important things you have to learn to get a fortune and a financial freedom in life.
Right.
And the school doesn't even teach that. They teach you, how to go get a job. And most people with the degrees, bachelor's, master's, but they can't even get a job. And it's sad because a paper doesn't mean nothing. I'm telling you, skill means everything. So that's why you see all these millionaires. Most of them didn't go to college.
Right.
They don't. They did it. Because they're not focused on, working for someone else's business, or they're more focused to themselves.
Right.
So, understanding that, I just, personally don't think college is the best for you, unless, you want to learn more about doctors, lawyers. We need those people. Totally, we need those people, to help us and our community is safe. But, if you guys just want to go to college just to mess around, telling you don't waste your time, don't waste your money. Saying.
Right. And at the end of the day, I tell people this, right? Like you said, no discredit to college. No discrediting anybody that's going after formal education, because at the end of the day, there is some value in it. But for anybody that has a bigger vision, right? You have a bigger vision. You have bigger dreams for yourself, right? I feel as if formal education kills people's creative ability, right? Kids, if you ask a kid in kindergarten, second grade, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be an astronaut. They have these crazy ideas.
Yeah.
I want to be a scientist. I want to do this. I want to be a police officer, right? As you start to get older, you start to see how formal education starts to kill people's creative ability, because sometimes, for example, right, I didn't think that I was going to be in the financial services industry. This is something that I developed, obviously throughout time and experience and things like that. But it's like, sometimes, kids want to, they want to become artists, right? They want to start doing their own paintings. And it's like a lot of schools don't necessarily offer, and not even just not in art, but a lot of schools don't offer exactly what you're trying to do. You end up stuck in, co-ed. I remember I was stuck making pizzas, and I'm like, man, I hate this shit. Like, I don't want to do this. You know what I mean? But, that's just my opinion. But at the end of the day, self-education, just self-educating yourself, right? Because at the end of, you'll come to a point where you'll realize, and not everybody, right? I came to a point where I'm like, look, school just isn't for me. Like, this is something I'm looking to do. I went to college for 2 years and dropped out, and I'm like, I'm not learning anything of value. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The businesses that I operate now, taxes, real estate, credit. It's everything that I'm self-taught. I'm self-made. I went out there and I chased the information because we're in the age of information. So that's just my opinion on that.
Man, so like most of these colleges, yeah, they teach you how to get a job. Letting y'all know, a 9 to 5, a job is not secure at all. Looking back at Corona, 92 million people jobless. They can't pay their mortgage. They can't feed their family. They can't pay their rent. Telling y'all, a job is not secured. What is secured is you having your own business. I'm not saying you guys go start a business, but working on yourself more than anything else. Because if you're working for someone's business at the end of the day, they can easily let you go. They can find someone new and replace you. And they'll forget about you, like that, bro. Serious.
No, you're
but like,
right,
if you're at the top of the ladder, you can't replace yourself because you built something from the ground up. And how good does it feel if you get to help other people out, tell other people what to do, rather than you kicking rocks. I hate my manager all day.
Right.
Like,
right.
Serious.
It's like they say, you either build someone else's dream or you build your own dream. Right. It's like. But the thing is that, and like I said this in the last podcast, right? I said there's 2 types of people in this world, right? There's entrepreneurs. Not everyone's built for entrepreneurship, but there's also intrapreneurs, right? There are people that are literally built to work for other people. Yeah. Like, people just aren't born leaders, right? You know what I'm saying? It's something that you start to develop as you get older and things like that. And you're just like, I want to be in business. I want to run a business. I want to operate it. But then there's people that are like, no, I'd rather work for somebody else, and I'm comfortable.
I like the benefits.
I like the benefits, and I like the benefits, and it's like they're kind of just used to it, right? And at the event that we went to, and shout out to Aaron Bevins, he actually said this at the event. It's like going to the zoo, right? You see a tiger, right? And shout out to Aaron Bevins once again. You see a lion, right? Typically in the wild, right? When you're out in the wild and your back's against the wall, you have to go out there and hunt to survive, right? Aaron Bevins said that if you go to the zoo, you see a lion. Over the years, the lion's fur will start to get dull. Their roar isn't loud enough. It's like once you're trapped in a cage, you're used to them feeding you, right? Uh-huh. Then it's like you just become so complacent, and you're just like, you know what? I'm comfortable, and that's where I want to stay. And one thing I tell people this all the time: if you allow them to feed you, you allow them to starve you.
Seriously, that's a really good point. The 9 to 5s, other people, when you're having a job, that you're not letting yourself grow, man. Serious. If you work a job and you want to make a lot of money a living, you're barely living by, bro. You can't allow yourself to grow. And plus, you have people on top of you telling you what to do, and you can't do nothing about it unless you want to get fired.
Right.
So that's why I support more business owners, millionaires, and people helping people out. On top of that, let's get some numbers, because numbers do not lie, bro. So say you go to college, you study to be in the medicine field. This has happened. It actually happened to one of my best friend's mom. She went to college for 8 years, went to the medical field. Sadly, she got fired. This is how unsecured her job was. She got fired just because she was cursing at someone else.
Cursing at someone else?
Huh?
Cursing at someone else?
Yeah. Long story short. Yeah, she was cursing at someone else. Fed up. They let her go. She wasn't secured anymore. So now she's a teacher. She went from making $70,000 a year to $45,000 a year. So say she's a teacher now. So teachers make rough average 45,000. 50. Let's do 50. Really? So we got 50,000. But wait, Uncle Sam comes on the door. Bro, give me my 23.8%. So let's subtract that by 23.8%. That's $11,000 they're taking you off the bat. So really, you don't get $50,000 a year. Then you have your mortgage to pay, rent, bills, car. Gas. You got bills, everything. So let's subtract what?
Might as well chop that by like 40%.
Yeah, let's chop it. Let's chop it. Say you're on a budget, you want to save 10% of it. So subtract it by $30,000. That's what you're paying. So now you got $8,000 in the bank. With this $8,000, it all depends what you do with it, man. You can either invest it, spend it, save it.
Right, and realistically, that's something that, like, you obviously can't live off. Now, like I said, there are people that, make $30,000 a year. They have 3 kids and they live comfortable. They're able to feed their kids, but it's like, our biggest thing and the main thing for this podcast is to preach entrepreneurship, right? Because if there's one thing that this pandemic taught us is that one source of income is close to none.
Yeah.
Millions of people lost their jobs. And it's like, at the end of the day, there's not too many people out here preaching entrepreneurship. I support the guy in the corner selling lemonade, right? Let's say if there's a kid selling lemonade.
Most people might think he's crazy, he's stupid, he's jobless, broke, bro. But
in real life, at the end of the day, he controls his time. And at the end of the day, especially with me, one of the biggest things that I value in entrepreneurship is, honestly, the money. It's gonna come. It's my time. My time is my freedom, and that's the biggest thing that I value, and that's the biggest thing that I tell you guys: buy your time back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you're not just going to come up with a crazy idea. I want to sell t-shirts and that's going to make you financially free. You got to come up with something. And even if it is t-shirts, right? A lot of people say, Celvin, what's the best way to get into business? And how can I get into business? I know nothing about business because I was never taught business. My first question is this, right? What comes easy to you and harder to other people, right? For example, I like finances and I like numbers. That comes easy to me, right? But it comes harder to other people. If you want to become rich, or you want to make 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever, come up with a service or a product to sell, right? You have to be of some type of value to society, right?
Find the problem, sell the solution, man.
There you go. Bro. That's it. Bro. That's it.
Simple. Most people overcomplicated. Jeff Bezos, man. Nobody taught him, how to build a website. Nobody taught him how to sell books online. He did it all himself. He wouldn't have made it, if he wasn't big-minded and surrounded by big-minded people. Man, he has solved so many people's problems. That's why he's a billionaire.
And he's smart, man. I'll tell you right now, Jeff Bezos, a lot of people don't know this, but whenever he was selling books, his net worth back in like 1999 was 10 billion. No one knew this. No, I mean, a lot of people, they put this picture up of Jeff Bezos that he started in his garage and things like that. Selling books made him a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? But obviously now he's much bigger. But back in I believe, and don't quote me on this, it was back in like 1999, his net worth was already it was some crazy billion number.
It's crazy. Amazon didn't even make profit for like 10 years.
That's what I'm saying. And that's literally selling books. But, nonetheless, that just goes to say, obviously you gotta be creative. Think of something that comes easy to you and harder to other people. Find the problem, sell the solution. But yeah, that's crazy.
It's that simple, guys. Because if you're a business owner, you're helping people get jobs. He found a problem, he sold the solution, and his clients or his people, employees are working for him and making him money.
Right.
And now he's even getting extra money off of selling products, other stuff. So it all comes to how big your mind is, man. If you want to limit yourself, I want to be in a safe spot. I want one income source, a steady job, and I have to do this, bro. Go ahead. I don't care. Yes, you can, bro. It's totally fine. We don't care. But and for the people out there with big-minded minds, all you have to do is find a problem, sell a solution, and be different from everybody else, and have that hunger in you, to drive, and don't quit. Serious, because most people in real estate, they quit within the first 2 weeks that I mentor, and it's like, bro, what the heck? I just started mentoring you, and it's crazy, bro. It breaks my heart because you're quitting on something that really is a skill nobody else learns.
Right, exactly. So, just figure something out. What comes easy to you and harder to other people. And the second thing is this, right? Like I said, obviously the title of the podcast was, obviously we're talking about formal education, but remember this though, always. Formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you $1 million. It'll make you a fortune. And at the end of the day, if you guys want to talk about generational wealth, you guys want to talk about this, I say this all the time I get on live. You can have the highest skill degree, you can have the best paying job, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to generational wealth, you can't pass that down from generation to generation. But a business, you can pass that shit down.
You can, bro. Also, look at this, bro. So you know how Michael Jordan won 5-6 rings, bro? Michael Jordan is an employee to the owner of that Bulls team. Don't you think the owner of the Bulls How many of rings he won?
Bro,
He won probably like 10, 6.
that's what I'm saying.
10, more than 6 than Michael Jordan because one, he owns it, and two, he was the big dog, and he didn't have to do anything, bro. That man just sat on the sideline. He has 10 rings on him, bro.
That's what happens when you're an owner. You know
Yeah, when you're an owner of someone or something.
You don't necessarily have to be the face of the business. But
Exactly.
Another thing about business, and we'll wrap this up, but another thing about business is this. Whenever you're a business owner, you want to find somebody that's better than you. For example, right? I can sit here and I can buy a building. I can buy a hospital, right? I'm not going to go in there and perform surgery on people because I don't know how to do that shit. But if I hire somebody that got that education and learned that skill, I'm hiring somebody that's better than me. It's about working smart, not working hard.
Microsoft, Bill Gates, bro. Man, he started his own Microsoft business, his own computer business. Man's knew nothing about computers. Man's hired a bunch of, what do you say? Call them?
A bunch of geeks. No,
Yeah, but a bunch of people, who work on actual technology. And he did all the work for them. That man just told him what to do. He sat on the sidelines. He got all the money.
All about delegation.
Yes.
Delegating authority.
So,
That's
man, this podcast should give you motivation to start your own business or something. Like I made $600 in 1 week by couch flipping. That's more than anybody else makes that has a regular 9-to-5 at Dino's Pizza. Serious. So how can these people?
Dino's Pizza, where's that at?
I don't know.
It's messing with you, bro.
But our Domino's, man.
Nah, go ahead.
but bro, how can these people start, bro, right now?
Remember this, and like I said, if you want to start into business, right? One, you can either shoot me a DM, Instagram S_Hernandez. But remember this is the main question. I said this earlier. Find something that comes easy to you and harder to other people. You know how to cut grass? Start your landscaping business. Buy a lawnmower. Figure it out. Get a team of people that are like-minded to do the same thing. Avoid unfruitful conversations. Watch podcasts. Go to YouTube University and learn a skill set. Literally, you can learn anything that you want to do. I offer a mentorship. I teach people how to build a successful credit repair business. And it's literally just a matter of learning the information and applying it.
Yes.
That's it.
So like me, I do mentor real estate wholesalers / investors. We made so much money off of it. So, we're at that stage where we can sell our knowledge to other people. So yeah, bro, I want you guys, to start now, get off this podcast, bro, think of ideas, no phones for 1 hour, no TV for 1 hour, no parents yelling at you for 1 hour, bro, just get on yourself, think of something, how you can, make money off of. And it's super easy, bro. Just start today. That's it.
And remember this, if you put the work in,
It'll work out.
let's go, let's grow, man.
All right. Wait, one more question. Where can I find you, man?
Look, Instagram, the best way to find me, S_Hernandez. Facebook, Celvin Hernandez. Check me out. Dylan, where can they find you, bro?
Bro, they can find me at Dylan2Ns.King, 2 Gs, bro. On my Instagram, I can help you guys with anything, with business, relationships. And, check us out. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification buttons if you guys want to see more of our podcast. We'll be talking more about this and the truth of life. So, thank you guys so much. Let's go, let's grow, bro. So, all right.
See y'all later.